Something is brewing at the Bitcoin marketplace for the Bitcoin price right now. Today, we will show you a technical indicator and a fundamental indicator and how they are working together, indicating that there is something brewing right now, even though they are calculated differently. So that will be mind-blowing. If you are excited already, make sure you smash up the like button. And that being said, guys, welcome crypto friends and welcome back to MMCrypto. My name is Chris, and as always, we are pumped to get straight into the content, guys, because today's content will be mind-blowing, it will be eye-opening. We cannot wait to show you the technical indicator and also the fundamental indicator. Before we do that, we actually want to thank our sponsors, for the sponsors of our channel, for joining us. Stake.com, you might already know them, and they were kind enough to actually add $5 bonus for all of our subscribers. You have to be subscribed to our channel already. What you have to do is simply click on the link given down in the description down below. You will get redirected to that website. There will be a chat here on the bottom left corner popping up. You have to answer that question and then you will get the $5 straight away. So that might be the easiest $5 of your life, guys. We will show you a quick pre-roll campaign before we get straight into the mind-blowing content, guys. So quick pre-roll campaign and then we are good to go, guys. Have fun. All right, guys, let's go. So let's start with the technical indicator, and then we will go over into the fundamental indicator. Here we want to give a shout out to the YouTube channel The Moon. He was bringing up that in the last live stream of his, or the last episode, and this is the EMA weekly ribbon. And obviously we are watching that, but watching it right now was actually a very good idea of him. So we will take that, we will put that into perspective and also bring that in alignment to that fundamental indicator. And in that combination, that will be mind-blowing, guys. So what we can see right here is, it's quite interesting. What you can see is here different EMAs, and this is the ribbon. So after this bubble being popped, you saw that we were hovering around that. Then as we had that Bollinger Band squeezing and the descending triangle, we saw that we were below and we stayed below to wash out all that weak hands. And now it's getting funny because we had that big green candle, we were approaching the ribbon again, and we were rejected from the highest EMA line right here. So what does that actually mean? Usually to project the future, or to kind of project the future, it's useful to go into the past and check out the performance in the past and bring things into perspective. So here it is the exact same picture, guys. And afterwards it will get mind-blowing. You can see that we were hovering around, then we went below to wash out all that weak hands, and now look at that, guys. We were approaching the ribbon, we were rejected, and then we were washing out the last hands. Once we approached it again, we break through, and then we stayed above, and you know the end of the story, guys. So it is exactly the same picture right here. So now this is some kind of a decision time. If we go above and we stay above, obviously we are ready for that big upwards momentum. If we get rejected, that can take some weekly candles for washing out the last weekends. Just remember, back in the days, like, I don't know, like a few days ago, with our last MMCrypto Da Vinci J15 episode, Da Vinci, due to other fundamental technical indicators, he was projecting exactly that with the highest probability, not 100%, but with the highest probability, one last final, non-apocalyptic final washout to wash out the last weekends, and then we are good to go. Not approaching lower lows, in our opinion. So now the fundamental indicator, and some of you guys will remember it. This is the logarithmic Bitcoin chart, and you can see the delta, okay, and the realized cap. Whenever, just as a quick reminder, whenever we are seeing prices above the realized cap, we know that the majority of traders are trading in a profit. Whenever it's below, we know that we are washing out hands and the majority of traders are trading in a loss. So back in the days, we were approaching it, we went quickly above, then we went down for a last final washout. Once we went above a second time, we stayed above, and we went into the bull market. Here, exactly the same picture right now. We went below, washing out all that weekends, and the funny thing is, exactly in the same moment, like a little bit of a difference, because this line is right here. We were washing out the hands below the weekly EMA ribbon, and here just a little bit afterwards we were going below, and then now this is the same time we are going above that realized cap, and here we are approaching the end of the EMA weekly ribbon. So what is happening right now? Due to that fundamental, very important indicators, and if you are not understanding it, there is a video before. Watch our 2 major indicators video. It's popping up like there on the screen. Watch that and you will understand that this is crucial. This is crucial for the end of the bear market, because crossing that delta means this is the low, just like we crossed it right here. This means with the highest probability, this is the low. So we have the same momentum in the fundamentals with the delta. The majority of traders now again trading in a profit, but we have to sustain that. We have to stay above, and we have to confirm that we will stay above. 1 week is not enough, guys. 1 week is not enough for that, and 1 week won't be enough for that. So we have to go above and we have to stay above. But with the highest probability, in our opinion, is that we will see a rejection. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but Da Vinci said this week, maybe this week. If not, maybe afterwards, guys, we might see a rejection and one last final washout, washing out the last hands. But guys, because this was way too fast, even though the momentum is great, but this was way too fast. And this is indicating the same. We are going above, but we went above the first time here as well. And we did not stay above for a long time. We went below, stayed above, went above just for like 1 or 2 days, and then we went below for one last final washout. So what we can see right here, and this is for the second time already, we saw that in 2014 again, at this decision point, the technical indicator, the EMA weekly ribbon, and the fundamental indicator, the realized cap, and the delta in alignment are in the exact same alignment, pointing to that decision time right now. And looking at the past, the highest probability lays in that we will get rejected. We will see one last final washout. No financial advice, guys. This is only our opinion with the highest probability. We can be wrong. If we are wrong, we are the happiest guys alive, because we want Bitcoin to succeed and we want the price to go up as soon as possible. We just think that was way too fast, and the indicators and also the history are indicating that we will have one last final washout. And this is not enough, guys. We have the technical and the fundamental indicators. This is for the short term, but if you are here also for the mid and long term, and we recommend you to be here, we want to give another shout out to Alessio Rastani. He was bringing up in his last video something really, really basic and simple, but nevertheless, this is important because this is a contrarian indicator in the long term. What you can see right here in this mainstream media is that they are saying this bull market has no expiration date, and whenever you can see the mainstream media saying something like this, you saw that in 2007, 2008, and you saw that in 2000 and 2001, before all those bubbles bursting. Whenever you see the mainstream media saying something like that, this is a clear contrarian indicator for people at the stock market to sell, and afterwards also for getting into unemployment and into a recession. So this is very interesting to see. And now many people are saying, wait, the stock market and the Bitcoin market are also in a positive correlation. This is true, but this was true throughout the whole bull market of the stock market between 2009 and also between 2019 right now. The reason is that Bitcoin has never suffered has never witnessed a recession in the stock market. This has never happened before, but remember, Bitcoin was the answer to the 2007 and 2008 recession. So if that's the answer, in the mid and long term, Bitcoin will be a solution for a lot of problems this huge bull market with no expiration has created. So if that's the solution, we will most certainly see a capital inflow, even though there is a recession. If there's a currency crisis, it will go parabolic anyways, but not the purchasing power we are actually looking at. So this is a contrarian indicator supporting that as well. Another fundamental indicator which is crazily going positive right now is also the local Bitcoin volume. All the developed countries out there are actually facing right now an OTC volume which is increasing heavily. All the non-developed countries like Argentina, like Chile, Colombia, Venezuela, obviously, Dominican Republic, and it goes on and on like that. So the utility of Bitcoin is crazy. And whenever you see the recession coming in the stock market and the people actually searching for alternative stores of values because the US dollar maybe won't even be a store of value anymore, you will see this maybe also accelerating in the developed countries, and also obviously not only OTC but also on the exchanges itself. So we have long-term strong contrarian indicators, long-term strong fundamental indicators pointing towards a bull market, and now we have also the fundamental indicator right here and the technical indicator in the short term pointing towards a last final non-apocalyptic final washout, and then also to a bull market and to a huge upwards trend, in our opinion. No financial advice, guys. So what do you actually think? Are you bullish on the current market situation right now, or are you bearish at the market situation right now? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below, and also leave a like if you think that was interesting, because bringing technicals and fundamentals into alignment is really, really mind-blowing and powerful, and this is really what not a lot of people are doing out there. So this is very, very interesting, guys. So let us know what you think about that in the comment section down below. And also we want to give a shout out to the Paris Blockchain Week Summit. This is not sponsors. They were actually giving us tickets and they will be hosting us. So thank you so much for that. And also everyone who wants to meet us, you can also go through a link in the description down below. It's a non-referral link. You can get some tickets. And if you want a discount, there is also a discount code attached, MMCrypto30, and with that discount code, yeah, you can get some tickets for a 30% discount. And we can promise you we are getting no cut at all. This is not sponsored. We are just getting tickets from them. So thanks for hosting us guys, and we are happy to meet as many people of you guys as possible in Paris. So let us also know if you're going there. Now, guys, we want to get into a special content in the end of that episode, because our friends from Korea, they are actually sponsoring that specific episode. And yeah, we were checking that project out, asking them some questions, and the Korean guys are really powerful in the blockchain space. They are working on that project very, very hard, and yeah, it's a full team working on that project very hard. So we want to show you a podcast. It is a little bit differently than usually, and show you how we were asking them some questions and they were answering it to us, and just showing us what their project is all about. So if you are doing things at home or so, just leave it like, listen to it. It's a podcast, no video, but nevertheless very informative, and you will find also all the links for that project given down in the description down below. So thank you so much for sponsoring us, guys. For everyone, thank you so much for watching, and have fun with the Bitparadise podcast right now, guys. See you at the next episode of MMCrypto tomorrow on Wednesday at 12 p.m. Central European Summer Time. That being said, guys, thanks so much for watching, and as always, guys, watch the podcast, and bye-bye. All right, so Teddy, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being on our show. Before we start with the questions about your project, may you maybe introduce you and also tell us how you are feeling today?
Thank you. It's very honored to be you guys. I'm Teddy from Bitparadise Casino. So maybe I think it's very good opportunity to release our good information and our good strategy to audiences. Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, it's a big pleasure having you here. I mean, we were talking with some of your team members already on Telegram, and it's a big pleasure, despite the cultural differences, to have a chat, and it really makes a lot of fun talking with you guys. So we are glad to have you here on our show as well. So maybe we'll start with the first question, and because our audience does not know a lot about your project, and maybe some of them don't know anything about it, maybe we can start with the basic idea, so our audience can understand a little bit better what it is all about. So maybe you can just imagine someone is coming to you and asking you to describe your project in a very few sentences. How would you actually respond, Teddy?
Okay, so yeah, Bitparadise is a cryptocurrency exchange that breaks the mold of the existing cryptocurrency exchange and creates a new meta. So we fuse the gambling on the existing exchanges, and we also have this system for sharing fair profits with users. We finally launched this successful model. The Bitparadise will lead the commercialization of cryptocurrency. Also, BPD holders can consistently receive returns from the exchange. That's all.
Ah, all right. So I get it. When you're talking about revenue sharing and so on, is it like that with Bitparadise you have something like a stake in something like a casino?
Oh, yes, the BPD holder continues to receive revenue. And additional revenue can be obtained through the one-by-one profit sharing mining system, and the buyback system has been introduced soon. So this is why it's safer to use and the investments are possible.
So, all right. I mean, we got your basic idea. As you know, maybe our audience is pretty much international. And we have people from America, from Africa, even Asia, and obviously also Europe watching. So, are there any countries which are restricted in your for your platform? And also, how many different countries will Bitparadise serving in? And very important, which countries are excluded actually?
Okay, so that's very good questions. So well, don't worry about how many countries we will launch with in many kinds of countries. We do not intend to attract users from only one country. So Bitparadise also sees South American as targeting markets. By the end of 2019, Bitparadise is preparing official services in 8 countries, including US, South Korea, China and Southeast Asia, and Argentina. We recently introduced encryption for bank remittances.
All right, all right. So we got that point already, but especially regarding when so many countries will be allowed, a lot of people will be asking themselves, what can they do actually on your platform? So, what kind of games are you planning to serve? And are there any examples you can give us so it's easier to grasp? Because there are, yeah, maybe slot gaming, table gaming, I don't know, like card gaming. Obviously, everyone watching, be responsible when gambling. But yeah, can you give us any example maybe?
Oh, yes, sure. So, yeah, I think this is also pretty good questions. Chris, starting with dice games, the team will introduce the grab, craft, slot, blackjack, horse racing, soccer, PK, baccarat, lotto, and Koreans ghost of games some card game as well. So, and we will expand the type of game to include the introduction of 7 kinds of poker games.
Okay, so you actually have a very advanced portfolio of gaming. Is there any way a user can actually profit from it? Obviously, talking despite the gambling, because we are all investors watching that, or yeah, I don't know, people who are not so much into gaming. So, is there any way to profit from it? You talked about revenue sharing or something like that.
Sure. So you just asked the investor the most important questions. The aforementioned one-by-one profit sharing system will be introduced. Users will be distributed the proceeds from the exchange, and the profits earned by the exchange will be buyback. Thus, as users increase and as time goes by, investors can earn stable and high returns. This is different from the grid system of other existing exchanges, absolutely.
Okay, so but we were touching very different fields right now, like gambling, revenue sharing, and so on. And that's obviously a hot topic when it comes to legal issues. And all our viewers know that we are really taking care a lot of the legal aspect. And always when there is not everything legally sorted out for a company, we can consider that as something like an orange flag. So how is it about your project, Teddy? Is the legal authorization well prepared, and is everything set in place?
Yes, of course it is. Just don't worry about that, because it is impossible to operate without legal permission. That is why we are very keen on the legal review of each country. Bitparadise will set up efforts for a service that can be enjoyed by all users around the world with confidence. Don't worry about them more.
Okay, yeah. But as I said, I mean, we are always taking care of that. So that was the reason for the question.
Sure, sure, yeah.
Yeah, we have already come close to an end. So first of all, thank you so much for answering all of our questions. But now for everyone watching, everyone who is now interested in getting to know further about your plans, about what you are planning to do. So what does our audience actually has to do if they are interested in learning more about your project?
Okay, so first, there is a post written by Creator Differ. That will be a great help. And Bitparadise has an official Telegram community. So you will find out more when you visit our website. There are so many information details. The website has also been refined as it has completed the renewal. So I hope you all go to take a look. There is lots of information. It would be useful.
Yeah, sure, thanks. So there's CryptoDiffer. CryptoDiffer are actually friends of us. There's the website and the Telegram community. So yeah, everyone who is still interested, who wants to learn more about the project, feel free to check it out. So we will also leave a link in the description down below, so you can just click on it, check it out. So that being said, obviously also thank you so much, Bitparadise, for joining us, helping out the channel, sponsoring the channel. And yeah, it was actually very informative. Teddy, is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up today's episode?
Oh yes, thank you very much. I think this is a very good opportunity to give some affection to blockchain and blockchain markets, like including some exchanges and the other as well. So
yeah, I mean, that's why we're here for. So that being said, man, thank you so much for joining us. We will catch up in Telegram, and yeah, we wish you all the best for your project, all the best for your future business development. And yeah, for everyone watching, thank you so much for joining our episode today. As always, we will see each other at the next episode of MMCrypto as soon as possible. So that being said, guys, thanks for watching, and as always, bye-bye.